Hello, this is George at BFBS. Is Dion now? Hi, Dion. I can see you on the screen. How are you doing, buddy? You okay?
How are you, pal?
Yes, very good. Thank you for your time.
That's all right, kid. No problems.
I appreciate it, especially on the eve of the FA Cup final as well. So that's where I was going to start off, if that's all right.
Okay.
Your FA Cup memories then, as a player. What are your favourite?
Wow, some good, some bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I had two FA Cup quarterfinals with Cambridge United, which were way back in the day, but we did well to get anywhere near a quarterfinal, to be honest with you. The team we were and the way we played, but just through sheer blood, sweat, and tears, we got there. They were amazing. I lost in an FA Cup final against Chelsea. That was hurting me. But I'm all right now. I forgot about it. Come on, Dion, move on.
But that was the year that you scored the winning penalty, wasn't it, in the semis against Bolton? That must have been a good feeling, right? Because that's still at Wembley Stadium, though, the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, that was. I've taken many penalties. In fact, I know I've taken 13 in the Premier League, I think, maybe in my career. And yeah, it was one of those where it was against Bolton, semi-final of the FA Cup at Wembley. I was the fourth penalty taker. If I score, we win. And I have my certain routine. I know what I'm going to do. I side foot most of my penalties in the corners, make sure the keeper can't get it. Hit the side netting, you will score. And as I'm walking up, I've got the ball in my hand. I'm doing a bit of a juggle. I'm thinking, what do I do here? And I just thought to myself, I'm far too nervous to try and be clever. I put my laces through it and it went in the top corner. It looked like I meant it, but I had no idea where it was going.
Yeah, I've watched the clip back on YouTube a few times before this, and you can tell like the elation. Obviously,
it was incredible. I mean, if you catch it right, You know, it's really difficult for a keeper to stop it.
Yeah, and as a pundit as well, you've been part of a few FA Cups, haven't you? Even finals. I mean, are there any that stick out in your memory?
There's too many. I've done World Cups. I've done Euros for the BBC. I've done ladies gay competitions and World Cups and Euros and stuff. So I've got so many highs and lots of lows as well. I enjoyed the Women's World Cup, which was brilliant last time round. Obviously now they're Euros. Now we're the champions of Europe, which is great. I think the games come on, by the way. Let me just tell you that. The games come on because the quality of the game is so much better. The fans and the stadiums are great too. Being involved in the FA Cup as a player anyway, I like the early stages. You know, when you get to play against Tamworth and you get to play against Kingsley and teams like that, and you go to the small stadiums and there's 2, 3, 4,000 there. I think it's brilliant, and it's great for the little towns to make a little bit of revenue as well, because a bigger team in stature has come to town.
Yeah, well, I'm a Portsmouth fan, so the early stages.
There you go.
Yeah, since like we won it in 2008 and got to the final again in 2010, all we know is the early stages. So yeah, I'm quite fond of those as well. To be honest,
great fans though, Portsmouth fans, very noisy, very loyal, always turn up for their team as well. I played there many times as well, so yeah, their fans are incredibly noisy.
Yeah, we just need to get out of League One. That's all we want. That's all we need.
Yes.
So going back to the early 90s, you actually played for Man United, then one of the finalists this year.
Yeah.
Have you got any allegiance to them at all going into this weekend?
Yes, fully 100% allegiance towards Manchester United. It's hard to, as a neutral though, when you look at City, you think, well, they're going to win it because they've beaten everybody else and they play in such a certain way. They've got such a great coach. Such an amazing squad of players. Have more or less got 2 Premier League sides within their midst. So they are hard to stop. But this is a Manchester derby. Reds versus Blues, bragging rights, full stadium, blue to the left, red to the right. It's going to be such a brilliant occasion to be part of and to experience, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But
Me too.
Heart, then, where do you see it going? Hand on heart, who's going to come out on top?
My heart is saying that Manchester United will win 15-0, but my head is saying City are going to walk this one because they are too good. So I'm going to sit on the fence and say Man United 2-1.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So at halftime then, right? Because I've been reading some stats about people getting on their DIY jobs. We've got a 15-minute halftime break there. Maybe you want to take your mind off it. Maybe you're already 15-0 down to Man United and you think, right, can't do this anymore. I need to do something else. I need to take my mind off it. What kind of jobs can we get done in that 15-minute slot?
Well, I've teamed up with Home Serve. Home Serve have done all their research. They've looked into what jobs that we're not doing and DIY stuff at home that we should really just be ticking off. Don't leave these kind of jobs, and it's jobs that you can do within half time. Home Serve have come up with a name, Halftime Help Hub. If you find that on the Home Serve Hub, you'll find lots of tips and hints on how to finish off you know what? This is the one that stuck with me. Taking us, on average, 2 months to change a light bulb. That blew my mind, that one. Little things like filling in holes where a picture's been or a clock's been, or changing a fuse in a plug. You know, they're all like little jobs that can be done within the halftime break, you know, of a football match. And they've kept it nice and simple, Home Serve. They just want to make sure that they're there for you if you need any advice at all on these little jobs that can be done in halftime, in 15 minutes.
Yeah, the light bulb one, I'm guilty of that currently. There's one at the top of my stairs.
No, you're not.
Yeah, so am. So because I've spoken to you now, I am going to do it at halftime tomorrow. Purposely.
Yeah, please do. Put a picture up. Put a picture. I'll follow you on the socials. You follow me. And I want to see that picture of you changing the ball.
Straight off the back of this, I would definitely give you a follow. I've actually got 6 Toy Story pictures to get up on my kids' wall that I've been putting off for not as long as that, about 3 weeks. So that might be a full-time job. Or maybe
well, I don't know. It depends what they are. If they're big pictures and you need a level and everything, then, you know, if they're smaller pictures and you just need a tack or something, or some of the sticky stuff, you know, if you've got to be all level and stuff, yes.
If you're really untalented at DIY and putting pictures up is a daunting task, what do you do then?
Get your partner to do them because they're normally better than we are.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. You'll probably just do that, and I'll just sit back and watch. No, that's not right. No, I can't just sit there and watch a football. And
That is not going to happen. You know, the best thing about the research that they've done is I think people look at the research. If you go on the socials and you go to @homeserve_UK, there's lots of information there as well, and you can see some of the research and some of the results that's been found. I think it's a great thing to do, and just to be there. That's why I'm involved in this, just for Home Serve and myself, just to nudge you along and just get these little bits done, so that when you sit down and you're watching the football, you haven't got that sort of that shelf that's a little bit wobbly to the left, and you haven't put those pictures up to the right, and there's a hole right in front of you where you've took something down. Just get it done, please.
Genuinely, like you've been to my house, the way you described it.
Your lounge.
Yeah.